Okay, I'm finally back with my videos. I got my memory problems with my iPad straightened out. So, I am back with the final part of staking an orchid that is climbing out of the pot. How to repot those. So, basically, you're gonna lean the rhizome as far as you can so that it's level with the potting mix, so that it's straight across. Then you're going to stake everything up so it's not just chilling like this, or you can do that and then kind of have a lot of them leaning this way, but eventually you'll get to a point where your last one on the end is shading something, so best to just tie them up. It's not good for, I don't know, I try to not have my plants touch each other. That way if they've got mites or something, they're less likely to get on other plants. And also, even just like plants rubbing around on each other, like leaves, if one's got a virus and it scratches another one, it can transfer that virus. So I try not to let my plants touch each other. And yes, I am rocking my Hello Kitty pajama pants. It's so cold today and these pants are so awesome. It feels like it's 10 degrees warmer when I put these pants on. So, I've got this guy all potted, and see how I cut these slits in this pot like this? This is not a good idea if you've got, dumb idea, number 34 that I've done. This is not a good idea if you've got a porous mix. Like if you're using moss or coir, that's going to, well, maybe I wouldn't even do it with coir, because what happens is when you water the plant, the water is going to go around these holes. So if you have any roots right there, they're not going to get any water. So I chose this pot. I screwed up a lot of pots doing this, thinking, oh yeah, better air movement and more even drying. No, it doesn't work. So don't do the V-holes unless maybe you've potted in moss, because the moss will, since it's got such good capillary action, it will wet evenly. So I've been, finally got this. Oh right, I had to tie the front pseudobulb down because as I tied these up, the front of the plant just kept lifting up and pushing the back down again. So I had to actually tie the front of the plant down, which those holes did make it easy to do that. You could also alternatively like drill or melt holes in the sides of a pot, and then use a bamboo skewer like this through the holes of the pot. Hang on, let me see if I can, I know this won't fit, but you'd insert it through the holes of the pot over the rhizome, and then the pot and everything would hold that down. The hard part about that is you'd have to make your holes exactly perfect where you need them to be. So, but with a plant that is an extremely stair-step habit, I can't talk, sorry, one that has an extreme stair-step habit like this might be better just mounted, because it's gonna just keep crawling out of the pot. And if I could manage to actually make this perfectly straight, I don't know, I think it would be like this, perfectly over to the side. And I don't think you can bend them that much after, I just don't think it can be done. However, over time you can gradually get them, lean them a little bit farther, pull them up a little more, lean them forward. Every time you repot, you just lean it forward a little farther and then pull the things back up, the growths back up. But that way you don't have to keep dividing and repotting and making small divisions that are, you know, going to stay in the pot. But definitely the most important thing is to keep this, the back growths not buried in the pot. Now this one, if you go back and watch parts 1, 2, and 3 of this, the way it didn't turn out really well. The hanger was bent really forward and the pot was really out of shape. So I did 3 things. I bent the hanger back this way a little bit. Oh, 4 things, I guess. I stuck this in here for extra support. I don't know if it's really doing anything. It's just a bamboo shish kebab skewer. These come in handy for all things orchids. Okay, and then to keep the pot from warping and just squishing forward, I cut a bamboo skewer and I put it this way to keep the pot in shape, and it's just held in there by pressure. And then this front pseudo bulb, this one, was tied down with twist ties, but I didn't really, well, I tied it down this time, and then I also put a bamboo skewer over the top of the pseudo bulb, and I held that in place with rubber bands. So I just hooked the rubber band, it goes underneath, and then back up again here, and that holds the front pseudo bulb down and also allows me to pull it back up. So look how straight this is. Whoops, tipping over. Hang on a second, we're having issues. There we go. Well, crap. This doesn't want to stand up straight. Haha. Didn't plan on that. Maybe I can get it. Oh well, I'll just hang it. There we go. Haha. Should have used a heavier pot for this because it is kind of a tall plant. But if you don't have clay pots and you like to use plastic or whatever, then yeah, that works. So just wanted to update that. My finished product was not really as good as I had hoped. And as you can see, the rhizome, maybe you can't see, maybe you can see from this side. The rhizome, instead of being at this angle and being buried, it's now more like this angle. It's not completely flat because it just not going to do it. But now when it grows, it's going to take a lot longer to climb up out of the pot than if it was angled like this. So in the next growth, when the next growth comes out, I'll pin it down and then start staking it back up when it's young. So it will start growing much better now and be vertical, not take up 2 plants worth of space. You know, if it was, the rhizome was level, it would be doing that actually. It would be at that angle. So much better, and I can still tie this up a little bit more. I bent these about as far as I felt comfortable with, but in a week or two I can just I can tie them up more and they'll be a little bit more straight. So hope that helps, and hope that I don't know, I hope if you have a plant like this that you can you know, deal with it better and don't bury the back bulbs. Also, I got a comment from a girl and she's like, I just don't buy plants like that, but if you're lucky and you can pick out your orchids, you can do that. But this was a gift, and I do buy quite a lot from online because I live in a little town where we don't have any orchid nurseries, so I can't look at the plants before I buy them. I just have to buy them online mostly, unless I go to an orchid show. So everybody have a good day. I hope this was great, and happy growing.